Hey guys, good evening. It's Sunday, November 13th, 10:12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is Carlos Garcia, CEO of GAR Capital. Thank you for joining me this evening. We're going to go over a couple things, charts in the week to come. Just a recap, a preview of what's to come. I want to take a look at a couple things us together as we progress along. So we have come to the realization that President-elect Donald Trump is now elected president as the Democrats leave their 8 years of office done in 2016, as January 2017 will be the beginning of the 4-year administration for Donald Trump and the Republicans. Also, the Republicans hold on to the House and Senate. They lost a couple of seats in the Senate, but nothing to make a difference. Not a supermajority, but definitely a hold in power. So what does that mean for us Forex traders? Well, right now we're looking at Cnbc. We did have the Trump flash crash on Tuesday overnight to Wednesday. Then we had a really nice bounce as the Dow Jones now hits its all-time highs. Gold was rising, now lower down about 0.48%, around the 1218 level. Oil trading at 43.38. As you know, we are bearish on oil. FTSE down about 1.43% last week, and the Dow Jones creeping towards the 19,000 handle. 19,000, and the S&P 500 still kind of relatively around 2164, looking around at 2200. Nikkei up now 266 points as the risk-off environment is pushing towards equities. HSI is down 1.37%. Nikkei is going the opposite direction as yen. As the yen falls, Nikkei rises. So we're going to take a look at what the week has to come for us. This is going to be a quick video, guys. Just a quick recap. As you know, anything you guys need is on Twitter at jarcapital.com, and also our chat room with our clientele. This is a public video. I'll be posting on the website and also our YouTube channel at garcapital.com. I won't be discussing any specific trades or opening trades on this video, but just a couple of analysis of what we're looking at. All right, so with that being said, we are opening a couple of positions. We're heavy on the dollar long side and also long on Aussie. So we entered dollar yen. As you know, on your chat room, you saw the level and our target price and our stop loss. I won't go over it on here, but if you have any questions, feel free to email me. We're also long dollar franc, dollar Canadian dollar, and Aussie Kiwi. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at the calendar. Right now, we are waiting for the big news on Friday. Tomorrow we have central banker, ECB President Draghi is going to speak at 10 a.m. Not expecting much. I don't expect us to trade it either. I want to see what kind of inflationary talk they're speaking of, but at the end of the day, all eyes is on the dollar at the moment. The only other trade I am looking at in regards to here, we have the retail sales of the Kiwi, New Zealand Kiwi retail sales. Looking right here, Kiwi dollar. So let's go ahead and take a look. I'm not going to go ahead and trade euro dollar as of yet, but as you can see here on the hourly, with the peak at 73.95 or around 70.99, around 300 pips off the hourly from last week from the Trump rise. We're also looking up at a 4-hour, already kind of hitting around midpoint near support, and we'll look at a daily, and looks like still ranging around the 300 pip area. I do like it to the short side, but not as much as to enter at the moment. Long since June support at around 67, we're at 70.99. Looking at around the support level here on a daily from October. Don't want to trade it now. I just want to see exactly if we can break 70.50 and so we can get a bear rally going. But it's just something I'm looking at for the long term as dollar rises. We want to go ahead and take advantage of that. So again, I want to take a look at the ECB and see what President Draghi states. I don't think we're going to get any more stimulus, obviously, but I want to see some inflationary data. So let's go and take a look at an hourly chart. Hourly chart, right over here, your Trump crash, Trump crash, Trump rise, Trump crash, Trump rise, as the dollar flew and soared by. So we're going to look at a 4-hour chart. Even take away the Trump crash, still a bearish tone. Around 108.06 is where we're at. Take a look at it daily. Definitely seeing lower lows and higher highs. So 108.70 looks like the case. We look at a weekly chart. We're still trading around 106. The lowest point we've hit was 104 since April 2015. So you're talking about, wow, it's like 18 months, 18 months since then. We have been sticking around here in this area, about 300 pip area. We're not getting huge moves. I definitely want to see how far we can go. If we can break 107, I can definitely take a look into the short side. But as of right now, I don't want to touch it. Let's see what Draghi has to say. But for the most part, on this swing trade, we're going to go and step away. So we also have monetary policy on Aussie. As we are short Kiwi, expecting to be short Kiwi, we definitely have a bullish bias on Aussie New Zealand dollar on 106.41, and we expect it to go a little higher to around 107. That's on a 4-hour. On a daily, definitely around 107.50 seems to be the short-term resistance. What does that mean? Aussie dollar. Definitely, again, on a daily, we're seeing a little bit of ranging here. It's about 200 pip range. On an hourly, just like everything other currencies, a bearish tone, well, excuse me, a long dollar sentiment, and Aussie paid the price as it fell about 200 pips since that move, since the Trump rally, Trump crash. So we're going to keep it moving here. I'm not seeing much on the Aussie. We're just going to keep in mind with the Aussie using the dollar. Tuesday, we have some GDP data out of Germany. We have Royal Bank of Australia. See what the same thing with the monetary policy minutes. We got some inflationary data out of London. Great Britain. We also have flash GDP out of the euro. So a lot of inflationary data. Let's take a look at pound dollar. Pound has risen nicely in a 4-hour, so it's around 125. Definitely off the lows at 121. Definitely off the long-term lows. So British pound has definitely been killing the bears. As on a daily chart, still low since Brexit. On the hourly chart, bullish. So the the British pound has been the strongest against the dollar. Has been the strongest currency even against the dollar. If we go pound again, you can see how much this is rising. 135.05 and rising. So we're still keeping a look on that hourly trade. Take a look at a 4-hour. Still same thing. Still steep rise. Expecting a little bit of a more rise, but then on the daily, we're definitely seeing a resistance at 130.32 resistance point. Pound yen looks like a good trade so far. So we're just going to keep in mind and take a look at that for the long term. JPY will be a good look as alongside as risk off sentiment seems to be building up in the markets as acceptance of President Trump, more of a stimulus in regards to tax cuts, and more strict monetary policy as the Fed may feel the pressure to increase rates. So we're going to keep it moving here on Thursday. Excuse me. Let's get this going. Wednesday, November 16th. Canadian manufacturing sales. We also have crude oil inventories. Oil has been falling with rising increases in crude oil. Let's go and take a look at that proxy trade, dollar Canadian dollar against oil. So dollar Canadian dollar here, 135.49. Definitely seeing a break in resistance. And on the daily chart, on the 4-hour chart, again, still rising. And on the hourly chart, short term, definitely rise as well. So I want to go ahead and compare this to crude oil. And you definitely see the correlation as crude oil is down on the hourly chart about 5%. and Canadian dollar is up 1.13%. So this is our proxy trade, as the reverse correlation is still in effect as we are long on Canadian dollar. So we'll go ahead and take away this comparison. We still have a long-term bearish call, a little bit bearish call on oil, a long-term Canadian dollar trade on the upside. Aussie, more information on Aussie, Australian unemployment rate and employment change. We'll keep a look into that as well, as we have our open trade on Aussie. We also have some U.S. Inflationary numbers and employment claims. Last week, unemployment claims beat. We also have Fed Chair Janet Yellen testifying at 10 in the morning. We should be able to see any kind of hints on a rate increase in December. And President Draghi will speak again on Friday at 3 in the morning. We'll see what he states tomorrow at 10 in the morning. And if there's any kind of talk of any kind of added stimulus, which I doubt, any kind of hints on inflationary data affecting monetary policy, as it should, but I don't expect any more issues in regards to increasing monetary policy. Right now, that pound yen trade is up 83 pips since the market rise. So again, we're just going to keep an eye on it. In regards to the stock market, again, we're just looking at, let's look at pre-markets, where things are going. Right now, we're not going to get that information as of yet. Oh, excuse me, I have futures up 101, but as of right now, stocks are definitely in the bullish phase, as acceptance of President Trump and a Republican Congress, which would be pro-business. So again, commodities are taking a hit a little bit as a hedge against inflation, and stock markets are increasing worldwide. So again, a lot of things that we had to digest. We got hit a little bit in regards to the Trump trade and the election, as we were expecting Hillary Clinton to win, but she didn't, which still will help us long term. Again, guys, we react to the markets. Didn't work out for us, but again, we can bounce back. Knowing what we know now, we know the Congress has been set. We know the president-elect on January 26th will be inaugurated, and we'll go from there, knowing what we have laid out in front of us: monetary policy, commodities going, stock markets going, tax policy. As long as he keeps his word or keeps his policies intact, we should be pretty set long term, and we'll be reacting a certain way. Just like Brexit, we saw what happened. The British pound still was down. It's down, bounced back a little bit, but again, we have to be reactive and see what's the best move. So again, guys, we already know what trades we have, what's open. If you have any questions, here is the website, grcapitalfx.com. If you're not a member yet, make sure to hit the register button to register for our signals. If you have any questions, feel free to email us, garcapital@gmail.com. That's garcapitalfx.com is our website. So again, anything else you guys may need, feel free to email me directly. I will help you directly as any way I can. And we have a lot to look forward to the markets. Let's hope for a great week. If you have any questions, again, guys, Twitter @garcapital, Instagram @garcapital, and email garcapital@gmail.com, and our website, garcapitalfx.com. Thank you so much for taking some time out of your day. This was a quick video, just a quick recap. I'll do more videos during the week. If you guys have any questions, feel free to email me or tweet me, and I'll respond in the quickest way possible, as soon as possible, as I look through the markets and find the best opportunities. So I appreciate everyone. Have a great week, and we'll see you at the open of the New York Bell at 9:30 a.m. Thanks again, guys.